And yeah, I've had the difference between people who love it. I've spoken to people who are 100% gallery driven. I've spoken to people who are 100% Instagram driven. Like it's like this kind of range of people. Gallery economics suck.
Yeah, they do and they don't. I think it's important if you want, as an artist, if I want to work with higher tier galleries, I think it's important to start in some galleries because, showing that's a thing that you can do is very valid. There's like a graduation systems to galleries you show with like your local galleries, and it grows from there. Eventually, if you are going the gallery route to those higher level blue chip galleries, which that could be a lifetime of work to get there, which, and fair enough, it's a valid reason. But yeah, I think it's important to work in the arenas that you want to see yourself in. And so if you want to see yourself in a gallery, whatever tier, it's important to start wherever you can start there.
Now, that's actually a good segue. So like the galleries you wanted to be in, were these galleries that like you reached out to, or did they reach out to you? Like, how do you go about getting those gallery gigs?
So yeah, like the galleries that I've shown with so far it's been like, I haven't necessarily reached out to them. It's been like them reaching out to me. Yeah. And then I do have my eye on some other galleries that I'm kind of, whether it's like a social relationship on Instagram that I have with them or person-to-person relationship, it's like something that's growing. You work on those relationships all the time, I think.
Okay. So I'm going to dig a little deeper there. You said like social relationships on Instagram. So do you like actually just message the galleries and be like, hey, they'll like your stuff? Do you start conversations? Like, how do you go about managing those relationships?
I honestly don't have a formula for it. It's just a super organic thing that happens. If someone, for example, like a gallery will follow my Instagram page and comment something, I respond. It's not just, I'm not like fishing for stuff from them. It's more so just, obviously someone follows you, that it's in a field, and it's clearly that's what they do based on how they're presenting themselves on Instagram. You just engage as if you would in whatever organic way you feel is right. And so I'm very much about, I don't like to feel desperate, because I see a lot of like reels and stuff like that to me feel really desperate for engagement, and they play into a very specific like algorithm formula, like either using like the right sounds or whatever. I try to be as organic as possible. It's me behind the screen on Instagram. I don't have anyone running that, and I just treat it like if whoever's running like whatever gallery page, they comment on something, I respond as if it's like a person.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm always interested to see how people like leg into that for the first time. And it's, I'm always looking for good tips and techniques of kind of the way people approach these types of things.
Yeah.
Now,
sorry to jump in here. I feel like very not imposter syndrome. That's not necessarily what I'm trying to say here, but just to be fully clear, I am very much still in the growing process of my making an art career. These are just things that I've done instinctually, and what's been working for me, there's definitely whole areas I can improve on. So I'm not trying to be here like the preacher.
No, by no means, but like we're all growing in our careers, and like you're obviously having some success. So like by whatever works, right? Like
That's right.
If you don't ask, you don't get. So
That's right.
I got scared for this podcast. I got scared. I couldn't get any artists. And I was like, I'm just going to, like all the people I follow, I'm just going to ask. And lo and behold, all these amazing artists are like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. If you don't ask, you don't get.
That's very true.
In terms of social, do you think Instagram's your best channel for acquiring new collectors, or?
I don't know if it's the best channel for acquiring collectors. I think it's helped me acquire the collectors that I have so far. I'm not saying no to Instagram moving forward, but I think there's many other avenues to acquire collectors, and having shows and doing murals and having proper identification on the mural, whether it's a QR code or I don't like signing my murals with an Instagram handle. I almost never do that. Actually, I've never done that. It's usually like an Insta QR code. But having easy ways for people to know that it's you making the artwork, especially for the murals.
So the murals are a great inbound for you.
Great inbound, especially for other murals. Absolutely.
Now, let's go back to the QR code because that's super, because it's a perfect thing because I'm doing like a huge installation and I'm debating whether to use a QR code on it as to get people to sign up. Do you find you get a lot of interaction with the QR code?
Yeah, absolutely. I think you can, let's say you do a mural and you sort an installation and you just write on the side of it, like your Instagram handle with the @ I think for my artwork personally, it takes away visually from what's on the wall. That's not to say that's not for everyone. Some people, if you're whatever kind of painter that you are, you can even incorporate your signature into the artwork and it works. So that's a composition choice. For me, I like to do the QR code because it's an effective link that has got a smartphone today. And so it's an effective way for people to go right to your Instagram. And I like the way it visually looks on the wall. I don't think it takes away from what's going on already.
Yeah. And ever since COVID, QR codes have become like just commonplace, right? Like it's very comfortable interacting. Do you do any PR or anything like that? Or do you look for any PR? Do you do that type of stuff or you just don't? It's not a point that you're using it.
Yeah, I just did a project in Chicago. Again, it was in collaboration with a real estate development company. And we skinned one of their construction sites, a very popular part of the city, with my pattern. And then there was like information about the property coming in, and then a whole section of the brand, like the area about myself, my Instagram, a visual of me, like a photo of me and like my bio. That's considered PR, I think, but nothing super like detailed with like campaigns or anything like that.
Okay. And do you do email blasts or anything like that? Like you do keep and formulated email list, or it's not an outlet? Okay. Okay. Next, now I'm going into kind of like habits. Do you have any mentors or a coach or like people that you would look up or look after to that like are helping drive you on your career?
Yeah, a crew called Out There Gang, OTG, and it's created and led by another artist, and he's obviously inspiration and someone that I look up to. And they're look to my colleagues and people who are doing it and doing it better, and people that I just for as examples. I don't know, nothing super formal, I would say, but
that's good. Yeah, but you have a group of art world friends that you roll with that you
absolutely. If I'm unsure about something, the person I'm talking about is, again, I brought him up earlier, Lefty Out There. He's founder of OTG Out There Gang, and there's a few other artists that are all in the crew. And yeah, we like to work together. I like to talk to them about projects because he's done a lot of work and he's got good insight on it. And also we're friends too, so it's not like it's not like a competitive thing.
That's awesome. I think it's so important. It's one of the things that I actually lack is like a bigger art network. But being able to ask questions from people who've done it before and know what they're doing and can give you clean guidance. I had it in my professional life and in my art life. I'm still working towards it. Do you share a studio with anybody, or you have your own solo studio space?
A solo studio space.
All right, that's cool. And then, so we're actually getting close to the end of the interview and wrapping up. And as we come to the end, I always ask artists in their career so far, what was their biggest mistake and things I wish I didn't do that. And also, what was your biggest achievement that you're most proud about and that you were excited about?
Obviously, the longest today, I'm extremely proud of it. It was at the University of Illinois, in Champaign, Illinois, and it just was really sexy. I just really love the way it looks.
Is that the
square foot long, 30 foot high?
Dude, that's so.
Say that one more time.
It's so big. Just even the scale, was it not mentally daunting? Were you intimidated by it? Was the wall intimidating, or was it?
Honestly, I wouldn't say it was intimidating. I'm so comfortable in my process that I know what it was. And I took it section at a time, broke it up, and I have maybe this lens to the way that I make art and even what my art looks like. I have a good way of looking at a problem, breaking it down into the sections that I need to address it. And murals in some way are just like visual problems that you have to solve.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
All right, that quote's making it somewhere. And have you had any other, if you had to give any advice to other artists, tips, tools, just general thoughts, do you have anything that you want to share with those just starting to come up?
Yeah, sure. I don't know how much it might be like obvious one, but I think that there's like a saying, it's chop wood and carry water. If you want to have a fire, you got to chop the wood. If you want to have water to drink, you got to carry the water. So just do the thing that you want to do. And then again, maybe that's like a duh thing, and what that could mean is like treat it like a job. It's like you go to your studio or you're making art for 8 hours a day for 5 days a week or whatever that schedule is for you. I'm not saying one can decide what it is for themselves. I don't think it's enough to like make something cool and then rest on your laurels until the next cool thing comes along. It's like cool things come along because you're constantly doing them.
Yeah, I think you have to put yourself out. Like you have to put yourself out. You have to put yourself out there to get the results you want. You have to get out of the stands and get into the arena, right? If you want to play, you have to play.
And what that can mean is just actual creation, like in terms of like producing pieces. Some people are like, oh, I'm waiting for a commission to make a piece, but sometimes you just got to make something sick because a commission can follow. And in terms of like studio work, I think it's very important to continue to always be like creating something, just because how else are you gonna develop something new?
My best works have come from mistakes. I was trying to make something else. I did something, screwed it up, and the thing I fucked up turned out to look better than the thing I was trying to make.
Yeah, that can definitely happen.
So next question, how do people find you? If they want to track you down for a piece of art or if they want to hire you for a mural, where do we come looking for you?
I have an Instagram, so can't stop dot. And then also you can email me, can'tstopdot@gmail.com.
Fantastic. And if people want to reach out, those are the best channels.
Yeah, hit me with a follow on Instagram. Take a look at what I make. I also there's like a link tree on there. I can lead you to all my other sites, my website and otherwise. And yeah, if people are interested in commission or mural work, just shoot me an email.
I love it. Cool. Dot, I look forward to some, I'd say even bigger murals, but you're going to have trouble finding a wall that's larger. I've been following you for a while. I'm going to keep following your career. Thank you so much for spending some time and giving some insight today, and keep doing what you're doing. It's clear you have the balls to sell some art, so keep selling.
I appreciate it. It was a great convo today. Thanks for having me.
Cool. Hold on.